So, at the moment there are no professional events listed to take place in Dublin, let alone Ireland as far as I know. I grew up watching Bernard Dunn, John Joe Nevin and the likes live on telly, and they were a big influence for me to get into training as a teenager. How long do you think it'll be before we see a good boxing show take stage in Ireland again?
It depends. There's a Bernard Dunn there. Actually was on his card there. There's me down there and there's Bernard there. So I used to fight on Bernard's cards most of the time when I was brought over from the States to do it. And so that was always a great area to be kind of a professional. I don't know when we're going to get back into regular shows. I think when all this messing, like when everything goes back to normal, hopefully. Well,
what do you think of the idea of the no crowd shows?
I don't really like the no crowd shows. However, I think they're better than nothing. I mean, so it's good to keep the boxers boxing and to have a show to watch on TV and stuff like that, which is great. And if they're big names, it's good. And I guess I just like the atmosphere of a crowd, you know, and people cheering when, like I know Sky and BT and all that try to put on Box Nation put on some of the cards, and they have fake crowds in the background, which you know is what it is. But you'd have to have somebody there on the button if somebody threw a good shot. I went, yeah. You know, but I don't think. I think we're far away from that now, to be honest. And so I'm not sure how it's gonna work.
Once there's fighters, there's going to be fights.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Once there's fighters, and you know, fair play to any promoters out there to keep the boxers busy. You know, it's important because who knows how long this pandemic's going to last. And if all you can do is boxing and you're waiting for fights, you have to fight. You have to keep busy, otherwise you're just wasting away, you know. So I'm just hoping that soon enough everybody will get the vaccine, and I'll be back into stadiums soon. Please God. Well, really, I'd get them to get a good routine going. You need to have a good routine going. Don't be taking a little slight time off or anything. I always say just don't have any excuses, you know. No excuses. That's kind of my motto. So if they really want something, I'd expect them to keep training for it, keep going for it, and make sure that they're putting 100% into it. And like just the universe takes over, or God takes over, and if you put yourself into that position all the time, that's what you're going to be. You know what I mean? It's not something that unless you're of course just taking it willy-nilly, and you're just doing things just to keep busy. Like if this is something that you really want to do, you gotta put your time and effort into it, you know.
So, Oisín, your favourite music type, training, and your favourite album?
I love rap. I love rap to work out to. This guy here is DJ DeVito. He's on the East Coast over in the States, and he got in touch with me over Facebook. It was back in MySpace days back then, and he'd watched me fight against former world champion Paul Spadafora, and he believed that I beat him, and so did most people, split decision, and we've been friends ever since, and he's been put me on a couple of the tapes, of his mixtapes, and it just gets me going. It's real hip hop music, and it talks about the
old school kind of
the struggle of life in general, you know, and therefore it just suits me. I just like that kind of music, you know. I do like dance music as well, and that'll get me going too. But this is probably my favourite stuff. The Intervention is one of the albums, and one of the mixtapes that he has out, which I'm prominent on one of those, on that album. And he's got DeVito's Way, which is another one of those. He's got some good stuff going on. So.
I was looking online during the week, and I didn't want to go through bits that you've already spoken about. So, Oisín has a brilliant story, and if you don't know it, don't Google it, don't YouTube it, and don't ask your neighbour. Wait until his book comes out. So when it gets published, Oisín, what's going to be in store for everybody?
Well, the book is kind of like it's the story of my life, really. I've written it myself, which publishers don't seem to kind of jump on board, because in my degrees, my degree was one of my concentrations was in politics and the other in journalism. So I'm able to write quite well. But when publishers think that you've written the book yourself, it might not suit their style, you know, and that's where I'm finding it hard to get published. However, there's a few people who wanted to publish the book, but then they wanted to take too much of the cake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not having dealt with them now in a little while. Right.